If you want to get started on your first project, it is very important to know what is Arduino board. Each board can accomplish somewhat different tasks and may even have somewhat different looks, but they should all have some basic components. Barrel jack and USB. All of the boards you can buy will require some form of connection to your power source, such as the wall or your computer. Many will also feature a USB port, allowing you to connect them to a computer and download the codes. The voltage regulator is a part of the board that will be able to regulate the amount of voltage that can be applied to your board at any given time. If there is more than 20 volts on the board, it will turn it away if the voltage is above the defined level. Make sure your power source isn't higher than this, otherwise you'll risk damage. Power LED indicator. This will be a little LED light that should be placed exactly next to the on label. When you plug this board into a new power source, this should light up. The reset button will allow the pin to rest on the ground, allowing the code you have already put onto your board to be restarted. It won't be able to reset anything on the board, and it won't be able to address any problems that may exist. When you connect them with wires, the pins are essentially the spots where you will make your circuits. There are several different types of pins on your board, and each one serves a particular purpose. The pins are separated into 3 groups: digital, analog in, and power. Each of them is important to the success of your project. The power pin will include the 5 voltage supply, 2 GND for grounds, and VIN pin for the voltage input power source. Following that are the 6 analog input pins. This may be used to read any signals received from analog sensors and convert them to a digital value that you can read, which will be numbered from A0 to A5. Then there are several digital pins that can be labeled anything from 0 to 13 depending on the board. These pins are used to show the input and output that is provided by the digital signal. The pins with the tilde sign can be used as the PWM pin. These are the 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11 pins. Many Arduino boards have them, and the label is directly next to the digital pins. These pins can be used for regular digital pins or for signal known as pulse width modulation. The analog reference is abbreviated as RF. When you wish to set a maximum or upper limit for the external voltage that passes to the analog pins, this is the pin you will utilize. You'll normally want to choose a range of 0 to 5 volts. In addition to the pins mentioned earlier, there are a number of extra pins that can be utilized for specific functions. Serial pin are the 0 and 1 pins, which are utilized for any serial connection. The number 0 will be used for receiving and the number 1 will be used for transmitting. External interrupts are the 2 and 3 pins, which are frequently set up to trigger a specific action in response to external situations that entered to the system. SPI are going to be the 10, 11, 12, and 13 pins. Microcontrollers employ the Serial Peripheral Interface Synchronous Serial Data Protocol to communicate with one or more peripheral devices across short distance. It can also be used to link 2 microcontrollers together. If you are dealing with LED lights on your project, pin 13 is what you'll need. The pin numbers on the board will be the same as the numbers you see when creating new sketches on the Arduino board. Keep this in mind if you ever need to apply them in your work. So that is it for this video. Please check the links in the description below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.